What's up everyone, Kyle here. You're watching Drivin and Vibin. Today we're going to be talking about how we plan on drinking fresh and clean water from our vintage freshwater tank in this 1979 Argosy renovation, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for joining me here today. We love fresh water, we love water purifiers, we love water filters. We've done a lot of videos about this in the past.
The water's great!
And since we just finished the plumbing on our 1979 Argosy Airstream, it's time to start thinking about how we want to get fresh, clean water filtered here in the RV. There are a couple options that we've used in the past, including Camco exterior water filters, a Berkey water filter that takes up a decent amount of room, and also the Acuva water filter in our fiber stream. In today's video is all about the installation and the functionality of Acuva's new Eco 1.5 water filter. That's what we're going to be installing today, and I'm excited to see the new features that it has over the Eco 1 that we have in the fiber stream. So let me show you where this is all going to go down and what the water filter looks like. Alright, so we're now underneath here below the sink, getting ready to install it. But first, let me tell you a little bit about these filters. We like them so much because they have a UV LED technology. That means that inside this chamber are UV LED lights which work to purify the water and deactivate any harmful bacteria in the water as well. The other advantage to it being a UV LED light is that it uses far less energy than a standard UV ray light, and there is no potential mercury contamination like standard UV ray lights as well. Now, if you want to dive into the geeky science of all of this, hop over to the RV Geeks channel because they just put out a video showing the science of how these actually work. But what we're going to show you today is how we install this in our rig and the uses it has for us, and given that our freshwater tank is almost 40 years old. So the Acuva LED UV ray water filter also comes with this carbon pre-filter to filter out all the sediment and stuff like that. If you don't use one, we do use an exterior Camco water filter that's similar to this to just make sure sediment doesn't get into our tank. So this is just an extra layer of protection before it goes into the LED UV ray chamber. Alright, so after we cut into the freshwater line, had it tee off into the carbon filter, and now we got it hooked up to the Acuva from the freshwater line. On its way out of the Acuva, we need to hook up this flow restrictor. Now, this was one of the more frustrating parts of the Acuva in our fiber stream, is that the flow rate had to be slowed down in order for everything to work properly. The water can't be flowing by extremely fast. With this model, the Acuva 1.5, they increased the flow rate, and even though we're still putting a flow restrictor on it, I'm very interested to see what the flow rate is on this new spout they released. So we'll hook this up real quick, and then next up we'll be installing the faucet, and then we'll finally get to test it out. Alright y'all, so I got everything connected, turned the water on, and there were a few leaks, but the leaks were only at the shark bite connections that I didn't plug in all the way. Acuva uses shark bite connections for almost all of the connections, which is super convenient, but I just gotta remember to shove those things all the way in so they don't leak any water. But now that I got the system up and running, I'm gonna plug the city water in because the freshwater tank just ran out. Rather than filling that up, we'll get some city water, see how it acts through the filter, and then see how it tastes. Tastes just as good as I'd expect it to after using our other Acuva for over a year now. And I have to say the flow rate was increased on this one. It was like I filled it up almost double as quickly. So like I said in the intro, we have tons of videos about clean water on the road and how we drink it consistently rather than drinking dirty water. It's a very important thing to us. For one, traveling so many different places with so many different qualities of water, and also traveling in a vintage rig, we like to make sure that the final point the water touches is a filtered, protected water. So that's why we really like the Acuva. But I will link right here the video where we compared the Acuva to the Berkey to the Camco, 3 different water filters at 3 different price points if you're interested in different ranges of prices of water filters. Acuva was kind enough to give the Vibe Tribe a discount code, so if you're at all interested in buying an Acuva, we'll put the discount code and the link to their website in the description below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We are almost done with this Airstream renovation. This is one more thing off the checklist. Clean water, can't argue with it. So thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time.